YouTube fam, and welcome back to my channel. Some of you may know, some of you may not, but I'm going to be moving, and it's going to be a cross-country move. Now, whether you're moving across the country or across town, moving can be a super stressful time. But if you're organized, it doesn't have to be. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 8 moving tips to make your life easier. So let's jump right into the video. So my first moving tip is to plan your move. Now, when you're moving, it all depends. Are you just going across the town, or are you just going to go, are you going across the country, or are you going to move out of country? For my case, I have a house that I'm selling. I'm moving to another state. There is a lot of planning that goes with it. So you want to make sure that you are involved, like you call real estate agent, get your house on the market, get your house staged if you have to, get organized, look up movers. Are you going to pack yourself? Are you going to have somebody else come in and pack? Are you going to be, which company are going to use to move your stuff? Like, these are all things that need to go into consideration when you're planning your move. You don't want to be doing this stuff on the fly. Make sure that you have everything planned out so that everything coordinates, so that way your move and your transition is as smooth as possible. My next tip is going to be to purge. You want to go through those dark places. I call them the garage, the attic, your closet that looks less than perfect, that mail sorting area that has all the stacked papers and the gadgets and gadgets that accumulate. You want to organize this stuff. You want to go ahead and toss, donate, and sell anything that you have extras of. If you have like 5 different colors of the same sweater, I'm sure you don't need every single one. And that pair of jeans that's just sitting in your closet that you're hoping is going to fit you one day and just doesn't and hasn't, get rid of it. You can replace it with a much later version of it, and go through your mail, go through your paperwork, get that stuff organized, throw away stuff you don't need, sell things that you can get some money out of, and obviously donate the things that you can't sell and could be a blessing to someone else. But no matter what, toss, sell, donate, sort through your stuff, get organized so you don't move with junk. My next tip after that is to get organized. Get things organized. I am a huge advocate of those storage plastic containers because they're removable, they have a lid, they keep your stuff safe. But if you're like me, you may have used a permanent marker on them to label them. I found this product. It was actually sent to me for free to try, and I thought, what perfect timing. It's called Amaze. It's a product that is, it removes permanent marker, and you can use it for so many different things like storage containers, plastic, glass jars, and everything. So I use it on my plastic storage tote. It is actually a very porous type of plastic. So this marking had been on there for years. It has been on there for 3 years. And I was able to spray on the product directly onto the plastic container and get the marking off so that I could relabel it with the new content. As I'm purging and getting rid of stuff, I'm able to make more space and reorganize and resort my products. And this is a great product to help you do that. Now, the only con with this, with the porous type of containers, you do have to use a little bit more product if you want all the markings to go off. But the bulk of it will come off and you'll be able to reuse it. So as you can see, this is the size of the product. It's a very small container. It comes in a package with 2 5 ml containers. And here I'm going to be trying some permanent markers, and I'm going to be writing on a glass jar to show you how it works on plastic and on glass. So this is my glass jar right there, and I'm also going to be using it on this plastic container that I have for my DIY supply storage, and I got that at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just writing something random on there. These are not beads. So I let it sit and dry for a little bit, and then I sprayed the product onto a piece of tissue. I just did about 2 or 3 sprays on there, and I was pretty happy with the way it took it off. You can see it took it off really nicely and easily. There was no elbow grease necessary as much as I did for the storage container, the plastic bin from my garage. So those 2 products, it worked really well. Here I'm using it on one of my dry erase boards. It actually was really dingy because I tutor and I homeschool, and as you can see, I actually use this very same tissue that I use on the containers and the jars, and it worked out really well. So if I had to do some pros and cons, I love how easy it is to use, and I also looked that it doesn't have a smell. It's a natural product, and it worked really well on smooth surfaces, and it's convenient, but it does come in a really tiny container, tiny amount, and the product on reinforced containers, you have to use a lot more product. Now, another type of storage containers that I love using are the collapsible containers. You guys know, if you've seen my bathroom organization video, that I love using these. They're in my pantry, they're all over my house. I love them because they're really versatile. They hide the stuff. You don't have to be super neat. You just toss stuff in there, and you can actually they're kind of pliable, and you can sneak them into tighter spaces. Another thing I like to use are laundry baskets. They're kind of unconventional, but they work. But you could also use old Tupperware that you lost the lid to organize a drawer, for example, in your garage or somewhere. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to look neat and contained. So if you do that, you will have your stuff all together and make your life easier for your move when you move to the next place. My next tip is to do projects. Now, we all have aspiration, goals, and dreams to have that beautiful dream closet, but our closets typically look less than perfect. My closet didn't look too bad, but I needed to switch out my hangers, and I decided to go from the plastic hangers to the velvet hangers. And I did this project now, and I switched everything out, color coordinated everything, so that when I'm using those wardrobe moving boxes, all I have to do is take them from the box and hang them in my new closet. I don't have to worry about switching out the hangers and adding projects to an already stressful time of unpacking. Next, I like to label things in detail. Labeling things in details is key. There's nothing worse than having a pile of boxes and they're all labeled kitchens. It seems like common sense, but some people do that, and I don't know why. You want to make sure you go through your boxes, and when it's shut, that you know exactly what's inside of that box. In case you're looking for something while you're moving, you know exactly where to go. You know, if you have a kitchen box, it needs to have labeled plates, bowls, glasses. Everything that's in there needs to be on the outside of that container to make your life easier. The next tip is to make photo reminders. I love taking pictures of the closets, the drawers, everything that you've already put together and organized neatly. You want to take a picture so that you remember how it was put together, so that when you go to your next house, you'll have an idea of how you want to arrange your stuff. That makes your life super easy, and also taking pictures of the content to know exactly what goes where will make your life easy as well. My final tip is to have a first night box. That box is going to have all your essentials for that first night, and it's going to have things like your toiletries, like a shower curtain, things you don't think of packing, but they're going to be like your essentials, like a survival kit for that first night. You're going to have stuff for your kids, you know, sheets, blankets. You're going to have maybe pillows in there, your paper products, anything that you're going to need to survive and live for that first night should be in that box, and that's what you're going to go to first. That way you don't have to worry about rummaging through all the other boxes you have throughout the house to find the things that you're looking for. And that is pretty much it for my moving tips video. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. I thank you guys so much for watching it. And if you like these kinds of videos, let me know in the comments below, and I will be making a series out of this. As like I said, I am actually in the process of moving, and I will let you guys know everything that I've learned, tips and tricks, so that I can help any of you that may be going through a move. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. God bless. Bye-bye.